And welcome back to another BobBlast. Hi, I'm Bob Burridge. Obviously, I'm taking care of my chickens this morning, early this morning, before I get into the studio to show you how I start a large painting. Let's go. And so I'm back in my studio with my coffee. Go Steelers. Hey, so what I've been doing here is taking all my small pieces that I've been doing as demos throughout the year in all my workshops, and now I have a couple weeks off in my studio by myself, and I have a chance to now develop some of the ones that I didn't have a chance to do during the workshops. I'm pretty excited about it. So I take some of my favorite pieces here, and I put them up on the wall and look at them, see which ones I want to develop larger. I am all set, ready to go. I have my paper towels, I have my collage paper, collage cardboard, bucket of water. I've got my gel medium right here for my glue, big brushes, no small brushes. All right, I have some more water over here, and I have my paints, which are basically black, and I have some transparent orange. I cannot wait to start painting larger. After all these little ones throughout the year, I get to go do some big ones now. So I'm asked this question a lot. How do I take a small painting and make it bigger? Well, guess what? I can't. It loses its spontaneity. It kind of looks faked when I'm copying myself to make it larger. And it just doesn't have that, what I call that joie de vivre, that fire in the belly, that whole thing. You know, it's just so copying myself. So it doesn't have that spontaneity that I'm always looking for, that newness, okay? So I use these small pieces as inspiration. Strictly inspiration, just to get me going, and I keep that rhythm going. You know, I was working kind of a rhythmic technique when I'm working smaller, and now when I go to the larger canvases, I keep the same rhythm, and the only thing I do differently is I act bigger. Bigger brushes, not those two-haired brushes, tiny little things. In fact, instead of using just my hands doing small paints, I use my entire body, my arms, my legs. It's not a pretty sight here in the studio, but I love the actual action of painting. So I take the small pieces, inspiring me. These are some small collages, and now I'm going to work on larger pieces, keeping the same technique, just a bigger rhythm, and using my entire body. Let's get started. So, this is not really a collage technique video, but I like to start off with collages just because I like the surprises. So lots of gel medium, glue all over the place. Look at that. Glue all over the place. Get it. That's my gel medium. That's my glue. I'm really not going to be copying myself. They're sitting there for inspiration. So now this is me playing in the sandbox, so to speak. Get rid of all the bubbles. Here's some more. More glue. It's all gel medium. It all works. Bubbles. One of the nice ways of getting rid of the bubbles is I use a piece of 1/4-inch foam board. This is the stuff you throw away all the time. Don't throw away. I cut little strips and I get rid of all my bubbles this way. Pushes it way down into it, nice and clean, right? Now let's get some color. Taking the same energy that I had when I was working small, but only using everything I've got. Some more down in here. It's not exactly a copy of this, but hopefully it inspires me. Yeah. Gives me ideas. Here we go. See, pushing it in. You can't do that with a 2-hair brush. Now let's go to the bigger one here. Woo. I have some transparent paint here. Whoa. I don't really use a palette. I just pour the paint directly onto the brush. Great beginning. Always start large. Always start with a lot of enthusiasm. Jump in. Don't say, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Just jump in. You've already written your notes to yourself. You already have your concept, your title down. I just wanted to show you on this particular video how I get started. You start big and start wild and crazy. Hey, have a good time and keep your brushes wet, and I'll see you on the next BobBlast. Thanks for watching. Hey, it's me again. Hey, I just wanted to tell you about some workshops that are coming up right away. And this is the beginning of my new season, and it's down in Mexico, in Puerto Vallarta, 10 miles south of Puerto Vallarta, in a place very famously known as the Artist House, also known as Casa de los Artistas. And we have to go down there. I love going down there. This will be, I don't know, 6th or 7th time for me to go down to do a workshop. And it's January 20th. Who doesn't want to get out of the United States around January, go down to Mexico and Puerto Vallarta? It's just us in a village, a fishing village. It's fantastic. You hear the little boats early in the morning. It's where the mountain rivers come down and meet the mouth of the ocean. So you hear the best of both worlds. It's just a fantastic place. And we stay there, we eat there, and we paint there. And a couple of side trips too. Maybe I had to go out and look at the whales or something like that. It's a great place. I hope to see you down there. Then my first workshops here in my studio in California is, what do we have here? March 26th to the 30th. It's Loosen Up, 5 days, Loosen Up. It's kind of like an art school. I do a demo, you do it, I do another demo, you do it, and back and forth. So we get 10 students there in the workshop. Fantastic environment, by the way, you know, and who wants to not go to California in the wintertime? So that will be March 26th to the 30th, and I can't wait to see you here. It fills up, and for more information, make sure you go to robertburridge.com. Thanks for watching.